Why leadership, planning, and execution actually matter, and what happens when even one is missing. Most people think these three words, leadership, planning, and execution, are just business buzzwords. They're not. They're the difference between a company that grows intentionally and one that just tries to survive what's coming next. Today, I'm going to walk you through why these three elements matter individually and why the magic really happens when they're aligned. And of course, what happens when you're missing just one? Because trust me, I've seen the wheels come off the wagon for that exact reason. Here's the biggest problem. Most leaders think that they're strong in leadership, planning, and execution. But in reality, they're usually strong in one, decent in another, and completely neglecting the third. And that missing pillar? Yeah, it quietly sabotages everything. Leaders underestimate the cost of imbalance. Strong planning plus weak leadership. Strong planning plus weak leadership equals no buy-in. Strong leadership plus weak planning equals chaos with enthusiasm. Strong execution plus weak planning equals firefighting. Strong planning plus strong leadership plus poor execution means nothing actually gets done. Your audience knows these patterns because they live them. Here's a quick story. When I took over the Dimension plant, the team was full of hardworking people. Leadership existed, execution existed, but planning? Let's just say the strategy was basically, let's see what happens today. In a dust-filled environment, constantly changing flow, massive variability, production was running on adrenaline instead of alignment. You can't scale that, at least not without burning people out or blowing something up. So the symptom, organizational whiplash. When one of these three pillars is missing, everyone feels what I call organizational whiplash. You know exactly what I mean. Goals change every week. People aren't aligned. Decisions feel random. Priorities shift, kind of like the weather. Work is reactive, not proactive. Teams say, why are we doing this? Or who asked for this? This is when you see morale dip. Conflicts rise, output drops, quality starts looking like it's on a roller coaster, and leaders start working harder, not smarter, just to keep the ship from tipping over. So here's a hard fact. McKinsey reports that 70% of organizational failures trace back to misalignment between leadership, strategy, and execution. The common but wrong solutions. When that whiplash hits, most leaders go for solutions that look logical but actually make things worse. Fix attempt one, throwing more planning at it. If things feel chaotic, leaders often build bigger plans, more slides, more forecasting, more meetings, more Gantt charts. The plan becomes a 40-page PDF that nobody reads. Fix attempt number two, command and control leadership. When things get messy, many leaders clamp down. More rules, more approvals, more check-ins. Leadership turns into management. And people start hiding problems instead of solving them. Fix attempt number three, forcing execution harder. You've seen this one, the classic, just push through. Work overtime, move faster, demand more. Execution becomes a pressure cooker, and the team burns out. So here's a quick story. When the Mississippi tornado hit in 2005, we had material scattered all across multiple counties. People were shaken, the system was wrecked. Now imagine if I tried to fix that with just work harder, or let's build a perfect plan before we do anything. The only reason why we recovered was because leadership came first. Clear direction and calm communication. Then planning. Fast, flexible planning. Then execution. Daily action aligned and simple. These fixes fail for one reason. They treat the symptom, not the system. Because the truth is, leadership without planning leads to chaos. Planning without leadership leads to paralysis. Execution without planning or leadership leads to burnout. Any two without the third still leaves you exposed. The reason one, because leadership must set direction. Without leadership, work doesn't connect to purpose. Priorities change too frequently, and people stop caring. Great execution can't save bad leadership. Reason two, because planning must set the route. Without planning, work becomes reactive. Teams constantly firefight. There's no logical sequence. Great leadership can't overcome no roadmap. And reason three, because execution must create results. Without execution, everything is theory. Meetings feel like Groundhog Day. The same problems get recycled every single quarter. Planning plus leadership with no execution is just wishful thinking. The one thing, build a simple 3-part alignment check every week. If you want to move the needle this week, not next year, here's the single best action. Run a 10-minute weekly check asking 3 questions. 1. Leadership. Did we provide clarity this week? Did the team know the why? Did they know the priorities? Did we reinforce direction or confuse it? If clarity dropped, fix leadership first. 2. Planning. Does the plan still match reality? Are the milestones still correct? Did new variables show up? Do we need to resequence? If the map doesn't match the terrain, adjust the plan, not the people. And third, execution. Did we finish what we committed to? Did people have what they needed? Did we remove obstacles? Did we deliver results? If execution slipped, look at resources and obstacles, not motivation. Why this works? Because it forces all 3 to stay connected. Not theoretical, not political, not reactive, just aligned. This is how you create a system where the business doesn't need heroics to succeed. It just needs consistency. When leadership, planning, and execution work together, a business becomes predictable, scalable, and resilient. When they don't, everything gets harder than it needs to be. So don't try to guess which one you're missing. Measure it. Don't fix symptoms, fix systems, fix alignment. And don't settle for being strong in 1 or even 2 areas. Own all 3. Because once you get these right, everything else gets easier. Subscribe, like, and check out my other videos on building operational excellence from the driver's seat.